Hey guys, it's Miss Delcom. I'm going to be going over Objective 2, 6.6 today. There are 9 questions. I'm going to hit all of them today and going ahead and uploading this video tonight if you're working on them. Okay, so question number 28. Let me zoom in. The graph shows the cost to rent a surfboard for the different amounts of times. Which list best describes the independent values of the graphed points? Okay, so there's some information here that we need to know. We need to know our independent values. So remember independent and dependent variables. Your independent variables are on your x-axis, and your dependent is on your y-axis. Okay, if we know that we're looking for our independent, keyword there, we know we're looking for what is on the x-axis. And our handy-dandy graph shows us where our x-axis is. Our x-axis, if you look, there's a little x right there to the side. This is your x-axis. So what are the values of x? So you're going to look from here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which answer choice would fit that? Okay, let's look at number 35. Which situation can be represented by the equation y equals 74x? Okay, so y equals 74x. What type of relationship is this? Remember our two that we talked about, either multiplicative is a multiplying one, or is it an additive one? And the highlighter, really, you can't see real well this. So I'm just going to rewrite it. So y equals 74x. That is a multiplicative. I'm going to just abbreviate. Multiplicative relationship. So you know we're going to be multiplying. Okay, so we're looking for keywords that we're talking about with multiplying. Okay. A company uses a total of Y gallons of water at a rate of 74 gallons per hour for X hours. Okay, looking here, we have the word per. We know that that means to multiply. Number 2, a restaurant serves a total of Y meals in one day, in which 74 meals are served during the first hour and X meals are served during the remaining hours. So we have some in one part and then the other part and then your total. So that would kind of look like this. Is that the same? No, letter C, a company manufactured a total of 74 drinking glasses. So your total is 74 with X glasses made with clear and Y made with blue glass. So that would kind of look like this. 74 is equal to Y plus X, or you could say X plus Y is equal to 74. Does that look what was talked about? In the first question right here, is that a multiplicative rule? Let's look at letter D. A restaurant prepares a total of Y batches of pizza sauce from 74 pounds of tomatoes, with each batch weighing X pounds. So they're taking the batches that they have and they're making that from the 74 pounds of pounds of tomatoes by X pounds. So that would kind of look like Y equals 74 over X. So to find how many batches, you have to take the amount of tomatoes and divide that up to figure out how many batches you have. So which one of those represents a multiplicative relationship? Multiplicative relationship. That was number 35. Okay, looking at number 5. A carpenter charges $720 for 18 hours of work. She charges the same amount of money for each hour of work. Which table shows a relationship between the amount of time that the carpenter works and the amount of money she earns? Okay, There are several different ways we can do this. I was looking at this before I started the video and I said, hey, well, let's see if I can make something here in my column to get to 18 and then to 720. So 2 times 9 gives me 18. 9 times 80 gives me 720. Well, I can't multiply 4 by what to get me 18, a whole number, but I can do 6. So 6 times 3 gives me 18. And 240 times 3 gives me 720. So this is possibly an answer. Let's put a little circle and a little question mark over here. Okay, so it worked for 2, but let's just kind of go and see if there's something else that we can work with. Okay, so remember we need to figure out 18. Well, 6 times 3 gives me 18 hours. 75 times 6 gives me 450. It's 450 and 720 the same answer? No, it's not. So I could eliminate C because it didn't work there. Okay. If we went here to the letter B, well, I know 18 hours is 720. Well, then would 19 hours be 720? So you worked a whole hour and didn't get paid for anything? Does that make sense? No. So this could not be an answer choice because of this right here. This is supposed to be 18 instead of 19. And if it was 19, it would be a different amount charged. Let's look at letter D here. So 14, 15, 16, and 17. So you work 14, 15, 16, 17 hours, and you still made $720. Here you made $720. So this doesn't change. So this could not be my answer. So I'll leave in my only answer choice with letter A. You also can figure out, okay, how much is that per hour? So if you make $720, here we go, for 18 hours, okay, so 18 can go into 72, let's see, half of 4, let's see, let me come over here. Gives me $40 per 1 hour. So it's $40 per hour. So if you look at this, so 2 hours, 2 times 40 gives me 80. 4 times 40 gives me 160. 6 times 40 gives me 240. And 8 times 40 gives me 320. So A is my correct answer. Let's look at the next question, number 27. Mr. Martinez asked his students to write a situation that could be described for the relationship between all of the values of X and Y in the table. Which situation best describes the relationship between all of the values of X and Y in the table? Okay, so first of all, go back to remember our multiplicative or additive relationship. Well, no matter what I multiply 0 by, it will always give me 0. So this cannot be this cannot be a multiplicative one. This has to be an additive one. So we're adding 6 every time because if we multiplied any number by 0, it turns into 0. So this is an additive relationship. Okay. So remember, in the back of your mind, it's additive. So let's read and see which one sticks out that it's additive. So Rachel had $6 and she started to save $1 each week. Okay. Beatrice ran 1 mile for the first week and then 1 mile each week after that. Well, that doesn't make any sense because if this was weeks and this is miles, well, 0 weeks, where was that? So this could not be our answer. James read 0 books in 6 months and then started to read 1 book each week. Well, we started from months to weeks. And remember, we keep the same throughout, so that doesn't make sense. Marion had 6 times the number of toys. Times means it's multiplicative. And we remember it's an additive relationship, so that couldn't be an answer choice. So that only leaves me with 1 answer. And let's just go over it. So she had $6. And then she started to save $1 a week. So this is week 0 weeks. She started off with $6. And she had 7, and then 8, and then 9, and so on. All right, number 13. The graph shows a number of points Y players earn in a balloon game based on the number of balloons. Which equation represents the relationship between X and Y? Okay, guys, it went through, we drew a straight line. It went through our origin. It went through 0, 0. And we know only one relationship has that. So this is a multiplicative relationship because it goes through the origin. It goes through 0, 0. So we know it's multiplicative. So looking at our answer choices, we can eliminate 2 right off the bat. And when we start equations, remember, equations always start as Y equals. So which one would be the correct answer there? That was question number 13. All right, number 14 is kind of like that first question we dealt with in our packet when we started question number 28. I go with my yellow highlighter. The graph shows the amount of money earned by an employee based on the time he spent working. Which list shows the dependent quantities on the graph? So we know our independent is on our x-axis. So our dependent is on your y-axis. And again, the graph is labeled X and Y. So what are your y-axes? Well, your numbers in your y. So check those out. Look at your answer choices down there. Number 24, the table shows relationship between the amount of money Alice has at the beginning of each day and W, the amount of money she has left after riding the bus to work. Which equation represents relationship in the table? Okay, so looking here, just like X and Y, so think of this as X and Y. How did you go from here to here? Here to here. What did you do? What operation? Well, if I look, you're paying to ride the bus, so your amount's going to decrease. So I know it's decreasing. So I know it's going to be a subtraction problem or a subtraction equation. So looking at your answer choices, we can eliminate 2 answers. So let's look real quick. Well, how does she go from $5.25 to $4? Did she take $5.25, multiply it by 15, and then subtract $1.25, or did she just subtract $1.25? What operation did she do each and every time from here to here? Limit it down to 2. You need to solve that. Okay, we have 2 more. Okay, which table shows only values that are represented for the following relationship between Q and R? So R equals Q plus 10 and 1/10. So we know that this is an additive relationship. This is additive. Okay. Well, let's look real quick. How did I go from, we have to take 5. And if we look at all of our answers, they're start with 5. So 5 plus 10 and 1/10 is 15 and 1/10. So A could not be an answer. Could C be an answer? Nope. What about B? Yeah. So B and D are my answers so far that I've eliminated. That could be it. So if you look, 7 is the next one. So 7 plus 10 and 1/10. Well, 7 plus 10 gives me 17 and 1/10 gives me 1. So it's 17 and 1/10. Well, we only have 2 to choose from, B or D. B works. D, if you look here, does not. Last one that we're going to work here. Number 44, the cost of downloading one song from websites, 99 cents. Which equation could be used to find T, the total cost in dollars of downloading N songs? So you know what? I wish that they would have written one song website is about 99 cents per song. Should they would have put per there? That would have been very helpful. And knowing that this is then a multiplicative relationship. So remember, it's multiplying. So we automatically can take out 2 answers that we know it can't be. So now we're looking. So N represents songs and T represents your cost. So is your cost equal to 99 cents times the amount of songs you have? Or is the amount of songs you have is equal to 99 cents times your cost? So think about those 2 answers and which one would be the best choice. All righty. That's the end of that one. Please make sure that you are getting those IXL and Prodigy questions done. You have 12 questions in Prodigy. I'm just going to write that down real quick. So Prodigy is 12 questions. And they are easy. Should not take you more than maybe less than 30 minutes to do. And then IXL, if you forget, is M2, M3, and M6. And they're all on integers. They're all on integers this week, guys. Get those knocked out so you don't have any work. All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye.